yeah, we decided to move. Oh, I'm so gonna die. We decided to move on from there, and we found ourselves a new place to live. But that was probably the first experience I'd had with a roommate that just didn't like you for whatever reason, and made your life living hell. Because, well, with the exception of all of my family, but you know, brothers, sisters, all that sort of stuff. When you're 15, 16 or whatever it is and sharing a bedroom, it is always a bit of an interesting experience. Anyway, I digress. It's that was probably my first real experience with a flatmate that didn't like me very much. And I don't even know why I started talking about flatmates. How did we get onto that topic? Does anyone remember? I feel like this needs to be like almost like that sort of deal, where the outline of this place is in black as well. Why is this cobblestone taking forever to dig up with my pickaxe? Now look, again, I sincerely apologise. Well, I've had 2 people comment asking me if I want to become famous. All I have to do is buy followers, primes, and viewers. I'm pretty sure Twitch wouldn't be overly happy with that sort of advertising or that sort of comment in my chat. Look, thank you for the offer. I'm pretty famous already, if I'm honest. I stream to 2 or 3 bots a couple of nights a week, so I feel like I'm. Should this whole wall be black and that whole wall be white? Maybe. I just feel like this isn't doing it for me. Maybe the additional black along here was no good. Again, the whole building's pretty ugly, right? Look at it. Maybe I need to get some of this action. Need to get a bit of awning action. We need. You know what we need to build? We need to build ourselves the awning underneath the carpet shop. Maybe this can be the carpet shop up top, and we can build the flat that we live in. And we can have an eternal fire going up the top there in remembrance of the poor lady that was doing a PhD and didn't like me very much. So, well, this is definitely going to change my view, because I'm covering up the black things that I put down. So it's only really from the inside that's. You're killing me, game. You're killing me. So what was his name? Person fun. Person fun. Thank you for the comment. Hopefully it counts as a unique viewer, because I could do with a unique viewer or 2. But I do really appreciate the offer to become famous. But as soon as my sex tape drops, I feel like that fame's going to come pretty quickly. And then I'll be asking you, want to become famous and get more followers? Drop a sex tape with me, and we'll make things happen. So it feels like it's getting to night time. Yeah, see that's covering up the other black layer now. Let's quickly bang these out, because I'm not feeling that. And I'm sure, like I said, I watched some people on here the other night. I think Pearlescent Moon was one of the. She made like 2 pretty much, real life dragons, which was incredibly impressive. A lot better than this horrible little shanty that I'm building here. But like I said, maybe we can call it the carpet shop. We'll just get a couple of rolls of carpet in there, and we'll sort it out. Maybe I shouldn't have banned him. Maybe he works for Twitch and he was selling me followers and stuff. Right, we've got some more stairs. Well, hopefully the fact that everyone's in lockdown, you're not stuck with a flatmate that you don't like living with, because I'm pretty sure that would be the most horrible way to spend a lockdown, trapped in a house with somebody who you don't really get along with, somebody who just throws your stuff all over the house. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background, but she's loud. All right, so we got that going. I feel like maybe I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe. Or is that going to be? I don't know. We won't have anything spawning there. Let's build a black outline. Don't know about the black outline now. Maybe we need to have a different perspective on it. Maybe we go something a bit more. Oh no, well, let's keep that one. Maybe we go something a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Ugly. A bit more out there, like a stripy pattern deal, like a Tiger King pattern. What did we think about old Carol Baskins? Oh, God, I don't know. It's almost got sort of like a Tibetan sort of Tibetan monk kind of feel to it. I wonder if we'd like throw some some of those down there. And some of those down there, right? Bear with me, bear with me. 3 there. 3 there. And then we punch this out. And then we just have an open house policy where anyone can walk in and help themselves to anything they want. Windows? I suppose you can have windows. Alright, let's go see what glass looks like in there. Wonder if I've got any glass. Ooh, here we are. Here we are. Glass. Does anyone remember if I have... Look at that, 6 glass. Perfect. Do I have any more sand? Let's see if... Now, has this run out of stuff, or have we got through all of our stuff, or have we got another backlog jam? We don't crush lead ore? Is that what's going on here? We're out of coal. Coal dust doesn't go in. Right. Now, quickly, before that... Right, so these pipes here, if it's something that doesn't have a place to go, it won't ignore it. It'll just keep pulling it. Okay. That was my nickname in high school. Just keep pulling it. Right. Where were we? Glass windows. Oh, yuck! It's horrible. What was I doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, viewers. This is horrendous. But this is how we're going to live, unfortunately. This is how we live now. Right. I wonder if... No, I feel like that. Should we continue that across the top there? What is that going to look like? Yeah, I feel like this almost needs to be either window or we need to get rid of this. But then what? You know what we need? Like a pot plant. Pot plant. Clay. I think I've got clay somewhere, don't I? Bricks. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Sure, there's a more efficient way to do that, but 2 flower pots. Do you need to put dirt in them? Is that how it works? I feel like this is the back door too, right? So maybe we need to not bother with this. Oh, that is not as elaborate as I thought it might be. What are you? A white clover. White and purple. Perfect. Oh, is this a... I don't know if this will go in there, will it? No, not. This is a... I wonder if our trader friend will come back today. Oh, so you can plan it. Perfect. Poppy. Yeah, I feel like this would be the back door. That was Windows telling me something. Maybe we leave the window half open like that. Did anyone write down the name of those people that are going to sell me? I wonder what it costs for a viewer. For a fake viewer. Per fake viewer. Because how long before that you started to sort of make that more profitable and make your money back? I don't mind that. I think, you know what it is that I don't like? I think it's these side pillar things. I thought maybe the white and the black contrasted against the white and the black might make it look better than it does, but it doesn't, I don't think. But we're going to live with it because I couldn't be bothered chopping down any more trees. I'm just going to randomly stick a bit of cobblestone out there like that. Yeah, so like I said, hopefully you're not living with a... Seriously, I can still hear those birds. Is it friendly creatures? Maybe it's just environment. Let's just turn it all down. Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds better. Did I go just... Because this would be the front of your house, right? Although there's a pool here. You'd probably want the pool out in the backyard. I don't know. So we definitely, yeah. So after we lived at that place, we moved on to another share flat in type deal. Only this time, instead of being a 3-bedroom house above a house-ish, is that what we call it? House above a shop. Instead of being that sort of deal, we lived with. Let's get rid of that. We lived in a unit this time that was only a 2-bedroom unit, and the way that they'd gotten around it to make as much money as possible was they'd remove the living room altogether. And it was just the living room had been turned into 1 bedroom, and then there was 2 other side bedrooms. I want to say one of the bedrooms had an ensuite. So it was maybe, yeah, I want to say one of the bedrooms had an ensuite. So there was 1 bedroom that had their own individual bathroom that they could use, and there was a shared communal bathroom. We initially went into the smallest of the bedrooms that had to share the communal bathroom with the lounge room dweller, who was a Mexican kid who I actually really got along with. And having just come back from Mexico, could say 1 or 2 things to him. Literally 1 or 2 things. Didn't learn much in Mexico. But yeah, so we used to get along with him, and there was another couple that lived, and he lived with his missus, and there was another couple that lived in the house. In the other shared room. So there was 6 people living in a 2-bedroom unit, which was cozy. Everyone sort of had their own key lock. And to be perfectly honest, you very rarely saw much of the other people, with everyone being at work and with having no sort of real common room. You just sort of maybe passed each other in the kitchen as you're cooking dinners, which was also, the whole dinner thing was a bit of an interesting. Did I already grab the glass? I got 9. Is that enough? It was 2 lots of 4, right? God, I'm losing it. Yeah, so it was always an awkward situation because you were sort of trying to cook, but also knowing that there was 6 people living and other people had to cook at dinner time. There was no sort of shared cooking of we'll cook tonight, you guys cook tomorrow night, or what have you. So it was almost like living in a dorm type deal anyway. But the only time we did see, so we did occasionally talk to the lounge room dwellers, the magnesium and vitamin C, the lounge room dwellers. We did occasionally talk to them, but yeah, we see somebody's throwing cobblestone around the joint again. But we did hear from the people that lived in the big room. Most nights at about 10:30 to 11, I would say. Basically, the two of them fought like no people I'd ever heard fight before. Like I'm talking C bombs and F bombs and yeah, and then it would be, "Don't you hit me, you fucking prick!" Like people just like I'd never heard people hate each other that much. So that was not the nicest experience, considering we all lived in sort of very close proximity with each other. It was definitely an eye-opening experience for me, as I hadn't really experienced much of that before, and it was always the next morning they'd always come out and apologise and say that no one was hitting each other and that it was all just a misunderstanding and blah blah blah, and it was always incredibly awkward. But you know, I guess it was what it was. But yeah, they were just as bad in terms of horrible roommates. They were probably just as bad as the last people that we were living with. And funnily enough, I know this may sound very hard to believe, but eventually they stopped living together. And they went their separate ways, and we were lucky enough to sneak into the bigger bedroom with the ensuite. So I guess a good story for us. Hopefully, look, I feel like if it had have been any sort of evidence of him actually hitting her, in terms of having seen any bruises or whatnot, and at some point I believe we sort of sat down and asked them whether or not they needed any help and stuff. So I feel like we'd done sort of the right thing, but yeah, it was. We had some very interesting flatmates living in London, and like I said, the fact that it was so sort of busy and small and what have you meant that it was you're always sort of living right on top of each other, which I think made everything 10 times harder.